Well, it's a good morning to anybody who may be out there watching live, and if you're watching the recording of it, well, it's good whatever time of the day it is to you. Still got some uploads to do of yesterday's flights, but we'll get there. I'm just having an attack of the yawns as well. This is going well. Haven't even started and I'm yawning. We are doing another flight, first flight of the day. I've got two planned for the day. One is a requested one later on. This is the first one. This is an FS captain keeping my duties up, which is from Alicante to Paris Charles de Gaulle. So that's a fairly simple one, fairly straightforward. If you saw on the map the route, sort of almost straight north really. So let's get things up and running. We'll get the usual suspects installed and running. Fox ATC, because it loves me.
Test. 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 Test.
Test.
Test.
Test.
Test.
Test.
Test. Test. Test.
Test.
Test.
Test. Test. Test.
Test.
Test.
Test.
Test.
That's it going through its initialization, all the voice checks. That should inject the aircraft for the AI. Here we go. It's injecting AI. So it controls the traffic and the ATC. And although not as good as real life, it's as close as it's going to get on a simulator. And next up, we want a co-pilot because I'm lazy and haven't learnt everything myself yet. So we're going to have a co-pilot, which is going to be provided. He's already talking to me, see? FS2 crew. So we can get rid of that menu now, hopefully. Go away. That's it. And we'll set him about his duties like this.
Hi Captain, how are you today?
Knackered, tired and yawning. Right, he'll start setting up the basics on the plane, and you can see the jetway's on its way out. And he'll get the APU up and running as he's doing it. He's flicking a load of switches. Got a few to do myself in a minute, but I'm going to go down here and I'm going to open the front and aft doors on the right hand side. Shortish flight, but even though it's a shortish flight, we're going to have some catering on it. So we're going to request a catering service provided by GSX, and you can see the everything here. They're beginning to do their business with the baggage loader and the cargo loader getting in place. Now I've got to actually do that. I've actually sort of set that going. We have 75 poor passengers on board today, which is half full, for our capacity is 150, and we have a cargo of 30,100 pounds of cargo, which I'll tell you what it is in kilograms in a minute because I need to know it. 30,100 is taking me forever to put in. There we go. And in kilograms that works out at 13,653. You can't see me doing this. This is the Airbus X fuel planner that I'm working on. And that tells me we want 11,094 kilograms of fuel for this flight. No, it doesn't. I haven't put the departure and destination in. That's the wrong flight. Let's go into the wrong place. So I'll quickly put them in. LFPG, Paris Charles de Gaulle, we want 10,351 kilograms of fuel. We want a trim of 1 up, and zero fuel weight Mach is 24% at that, and hopefully we won't crash on taking off. So I can load that in, and as you can see, our little catering trolleys are doing their business. So we'll leave them to that because I've got to come inside. As you can see, we've got some panels up and running, the visual display units, because our co-pilot has been nice enough to put some power on. We need to put the ADIRS in, so we'll do that. And I need to extinguish all white lights, which is the fuel pumps. I'll put the nav and logo lights on. I'll arm the emergency signs, and I'll put the no smoking and the seatbelt signs on. That's all I need to do up there, because he's done the rest. But what I've got to do now is I've actually got to put the flight plan in. That'll be fun. So we come down to our computer, and we can align the IRS. That'll take 2 or 3 minutes, that's not a worry. And we want Lima Echo Alpha Lima, which is our departure airport of Alicante, and we are going to Lima Golf. Sorry, it's not Lima Golf, getting myself, Lima Foxtrot. Who's pinched the F? Lima Foxtrot Papa Golf, which is Paris Charles de Gaulle in France. Put that in there. We haven't already got one, so there you go. Our flight number for today, I'll have to check on as captain, is 651. So it's A to B 651. Pops in there. Cost index, well, we'll do 30 today. I'm feeling generous. And our cruise altitude, I've forgotten what it is. I believe it's 31,000. Flight level 310, it is 310. So we'll put 310 in here. Now, they've finished with the catering. So I'll go across here and I'll close them doors, otherwise it will nag me forever and ever. And I'll put in my flight plan. Now our first waypoint is Nargo, which is November Alpha Romeo Golf Oscar. Goes in there, and then we click on that because we're going to do airways. If you haven't seen this done before,
walk around.
he's off and on his little trots to do the safety checks, and I'll do yeah, I'll get it right in a minute. It's UN 860, Uniform November 860 for our first airway. Leads us on to our second waypoint of VLC, Victor Lima Charlie. Onto another airway, UM 985, so it's Uniform Mike 985. Not going to fit them all on this, it's got a lot of waypoints for a short distance. That leads us to Soppet, or Sopet, Sierra Oscar Papa Echo Tango, I hope. And then we have Uniform November 608, goes in here, and that takes us to Jerome, Golf India Romeo Oscar Mike. At least I've stopped yawning. That goes in that side, and onto airway Uniform November 863. On to AGN Alpha Golf November. Let's squeeze one more on. Uniform Lima 873. Which will take us to, I have to be careful how I say this one, Foucault. Foxtrot Oscar Uniform Charlie Oscar. And that's as many we can fit on that page, so we insert that, it'll fill in loads more. As you can see, that's more, many more than I put in. We find the last one, and got another airway of Uniform Yankee 156. We'll go in that. Leads us to Adabi. Alpha Delta Alpha Bravo India. And we have two more airways to do. Uniform November 858. Which will take us to Tabov Tango Alpha Bravo Oscar Victor. And our last airway is Uniform Lima 976. Pops in that side to our last of our waypoints of TSU Tango Sierra Uniform. And that's it, that's our flight plan done. We insert that, and that'll get us there. Can't guarantee if we get off the ground at this end, and I can't guarantee we get back down on the ground at the other end, but you know, that'll get us there. So that is done. We now go to the performance tab. No, actually what we need now is we need to know the ATIS, because I need to know what runway is in use. So we want 121.7 dialed in onto the radios. I've got an external hardware radio panel, so you can't see me do that bit. You can listen. Or we can't. There is no ATIS at Alicante. Oh no. so I have no idea. Still don't know what radio, what runway we're using. So that'll be fun. What I can do, because I need to look on Active Sky Next. Bear with me with this one. I'm going to need to load the flight plan into Active Sky Next. And that will tell me in the briefing that we have a QNH of 1014, which is handy to know, because I've got to put that on the computer. I've got to put that on here. That's done that bit. That's easy enough. And on our performance here, we don't know the runway we're taking off. Well, I can put in the information we're expected at our arrival airport. So I'll just have a quick look on Active Sky Next again. Scroll down. Paris Saint.
I'm back from the walkaround and everything looks good.
Oh goody. Paris Charles de Gaulle is a expected QNH of 1015, so I can pop that in.
Alicante 8R, easy 654.
And the temperature in Paris is expected to be 18 degrees Celsius. Starting to cool down, and the winds are expected to be 4 knots at 360. So we put in 360 stroke 4 in there. It'll probably change by the time we get there. It usually does. So, what am I doing? Don't know. Well, I do know. I hope I know. I can give you the manifest for the flights. Our manifest is 75 passengers, 1 lot of baggage, 4 boxes of mail, 1 box of automobile parts, 8 boxes of documents, 2 crates of paper, and 2 crates of vegetables. Isn't that exciting? And now they want to get the passengers on, so yes.
Great.
We'll do the boarding.
118.15.
And you can hear the passengers are being let down and on, and
Easy 654.
Where's it coming from? This is the question. We should see our little baggage trucks and our cargo trucks appear from somewhere. Ah, here they comes. Here is our cargo. 5 pods of cargo. Behind that, coming from a black hole, or the Bermuda Triangle really, is our luggage, or the passenger's luggage. It's fun, this, isn't it? Now, I think I have done everything, except I need to know the squawk code.
Ready taxi with clearance.
So I will actually talk to ATC now.
654.
And no, it's not real
Taxi
ATC,
runway
it's an
28,
add-on program pretending to be
via
ATC.
Charlie 1, Charlie 3, Charlie 6, and Charlie 8, Alicante, QNH 1014.
Taxi to holding point runway 28. By Charlie
We know
Charlie
runway
1,
28's in
Charlie
use.
3, Charlie
That's
6,
handy.
and Charlie 8.
I can put that in now.
1014. Easy 654.
Runway 28 is in use. We don't know whether there's any SIDS. We'll take a chance. It doesn't tend to give me too many SIDS, so not sure why. Doesn't like giving SIDS, gives me stars and then vectors me off of them before we actually complete them, but still, who knows. Alicante Tower, Rust Bucket 321, radio check 121.7.
Rust Bucket 321, readability 5.
Readability 5 also, Rust Bucket 321. So that bit's done. We need our squawk code. So I will get that now. Alicante Tower, Rust Bucket 321, ready for clearance, Charles de Gaulle.
Rust Bucket 321, stand by.
All on tenterhooks, waiting your words.
Rust Bucket 321, cleared to Charles de Gaulle Airport. Subic 1 Fox drop departure.
And we've got a SID!
MS
Yay!
Maintain flight level 60. Expect flight level 31010 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 118.8. Squawk 3051.
We actually have a SID. Miracles will never happen. No, they do. So Soppet 1 Foxtrot. I've got to try and find that now. So we've got, what have I done here? It is runway 28. I've got to change it and then change it back again. Because it's one of these weird things.
Cleared to Charles de Gaulle Airport.
Well,
Subic
runway
1
28,
Fox drop
and
departure,
it's Soppet
NS
1
filed.
Foxtrot.
Maintain
Which is that
flight
one?
Level 60.
Well,
Departure
insert that.
frequency
There's no
118.8.
transition altitude. Well, that's handy.
Squawk
No transition
3051.
altitude. Rust Bucket 321 is cleared to Charles de Gaulle Airport. Soppet 1 Foxtrot departure, then as filed. Maintain flight level 60. Departure frequency 118.8. Squawk 3051.
Rust Bucket 321, readback correct.
Alicante Tower, Ryan A925, ready for clearance, please, Bradford.
I'm not actually sure what our SID looks like.
Monitor Alicante Tower 118.15.
Let's have a look. Oh, there it is. On our flat plan. It's a weird shape. Hey,
Ryanair 9025.
that'll be fun, won't it?
Stand by.
Yeah, we'll go off that way, then we come back and we do some weird jigglies. Yay.
Ryanair 9025.
So,
Cleared to Leeds Bradford Airport. Got into Charlie departure.
we don't want to do a
NS
startup, we want to
file.
push back on the startup, so I'll change that now before I forget.
Expect flight level 24010 minutes.
And my
after
next job,
departure.
as the
Departure
time ticks down, we got
frequency
14 minutes for
118.8.
departure.
Squawk 3055.
I have to do the briefing
Ryan
for our co-pilot so he knows what we're doing, which is good because I don't know what I'm doing.
To Charlie departure, then as filed, maintain
And that is here. Read by a recorded, not me, I must say.
Are you ready for the takeoff brief? Go ahead.
Ryanair 9025.
Okay, we have no MEL issues today. I will be the pilot flying. It will be a standard takeoff using noise abatement
Ryanair
departure procedure 1.
925,
And
pushback
it will be a
start
full
approved.
thrust takeoff. The runway condition is dry. As for anti-ice, it's not required. The packs will be on. We will use standard calls today. At or below 100 knots, I'll reject for any warnings. Below V1, I will only reject for an engine failure, a fire of any kind, a configuration warning, or anything I deem will adversely affect the safety of the aircraft. I will reject the takeoff by calling stop.
Alicante,
If you could monitor that the auto brakes have activated and that the spoilers have deployed. Once we stop, if there's a fire, I'll position that side of the aircraft to be downwind and we'll evacuate through the open side. I'll advise the cabin and you talk to ATC. Above V1, we'll take the aircraft into the air, sort it out there, and decide if we need to return to the airfield. If you notice anything amiss during the takeoff roll, please notify me. Any questions?
That's Chase. No questions.
Oh, he's got no questions. I have one. This is going to be confusing. Now, you see here on our flight plan, we take off this way, we come round and round and round, we go out to here, and then we come all the way back again, and then back out again. So, I suspect we're going to have a conflict with ATC around about here, because it'll not want us to come all the way back again. It'll want us just to keep on. So we might get a direct to. And I've not really done that on this, so I don't know how to do it. So that'll be fun. So we might go round in circles anyway. Why not? Go round in circles. I like going round in circles. So wait for the time to tick down. Everything's done. We've got to wait till 8 minutes, so another 4 minutes for all the passengers to get on board. Let's have a quick deco outside. What's going on out there? Baggage is on, and the last of our cargo pods is coming on now. We have a quick look here.
Alicante Tower, Avanti Air 281, ready for clearance Cedarland.
Avanti Air 281, stand by. Avanti Air 281, clear to Cedarland Airport. Subject 1 Foxtrot departure, then as filed. Maintain flight level 60. Expect flight level 25010 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 118.8. Squawk 3062.
Avanti Air 281, clear to Cedarland Airport. Subject 1 Foxtrot departure, then as filed. Maintain flight level 60. Departure frequency 118.8. Squawk 3062.
And that's boarding completed.
Avanti Air 281.
You see him pull away his little truck now.
Alicante Tower.
And now I'll get nagged by GSX to close the doors. But that's not actually my job.
281. Startup approved.
That's the ground crew that do that.
Avanti Air 281.
So what we'll do, we'll come back inside, we'll advance this down, and we'll wait for a knock on the door. Here it comes.
Hello, Captain. The passenger boarding is complete, and when you're ready, I have the load sheet for you.
Thanks.
Have a safe flight.
Was that it? Have a safe flight? Blimey, didn't even say goodbye. Miserable devil. Right, there we go then. Everything is aboard. We are just about ready. Let me just do my FS Captain duty by clicking on that. You can't see that on this aircraft for some reason. It doesn't work. I have to use the external model. So we have to just wait for our doors to be closed before that will allow me to continue. And that happens at 2 minutes to go. But what we will do is we can get the briefing from the purser, or the welcome aboard by the purser, by advancing this to 5.
Avanti Air 281. Taxi to holding point runway 28 via Charlie
Ladies
Charlie
and
1
gentlemen,
Charlie
welcome
3
on board our
Charlie
flight
6
today.
and Charlie 8
As you locate your
Alicante
assigned seat,
UNH
please place your smaller items
1014.
under the seat in
Taxi
front
to
of you
holding
to
point
provide more
runway
room for larger
28
items in
via
our
Charlie
overhead
Charlie
compartment.
1 Charlie 3 Charlie
If
6
you need
and
assistance,
Charlie 8
contact the flight attendant.
QNH1014.
If you are unable to accommodate
Avanti Air
any items in
281.
this cabin, please bring it to the boarding door and we will check it for you. Also review the safety instruction in your seat pocket. If you are seated at an exit seat, also review the exit seating criteria.
And there we have that bit. So we now wait for the clock to tick down to 2. While that's doing that, I'm not sure exactly when you're supposed to do this, but I'll do this bit.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls from the flight deck, this is the captain speaking. On behalf of the First Officer and the cabin crew, I'd like to welcome you aboard this flight today. Just a couple of quick words about safety. In a moment, the cabin crew will be giving you a safety demonstration. Even for the frequent flyers amongst you, I urge you all to give this your fullest attention, as it is not just for your safety, but also for those around you. Also, please remember to keep your seatbelt fastened whilst you remain seated, even with the seatbelt lights extinguished, in the event of unexpected turbulence in the air. I would also like to remind all passengers that this is a non-smoking flight, and that smoking aboard the aircraft is a criminal offence. As for now, we're just waiting for the final pieces of paperwork, then we'll be able to close the doors, get our clearance from ATC, and be on our way. With those formalities out of the way, please feel free to sit back, relax, make full use of all the facilities aboard this aircraft as you wish. I'll talk to you again in the cruise. Thank you.
Well, we've actually got the paperwork, we're just waiting for the ground crew to tell us they're ready to take away the jetway. That happens at T+2. So we've got 2 minutes for that. But I'll cheat. Well, we've actually got 1 minute, so we cheated. Go ahead.
Alright, Captain, we are removing the jetway now.
And here you go.
33010 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 118.8. Squawk.
The alarms are going. Alarm bells in my head. Flying again by the seat of our pants. Away goes the jetway, the doors are closed, and we wait for the purser to tell us that we're ready in the cabin.
Europa 715, readback correct. Ryanair 9025, monitor Alicante Tower 118.15.
118.15, Ryanair 9025.
Alicante Tower, Europa 715. Request startup. Europa 715. Startup approved.
Hi Captain, the cabin is ready to go.
Thanks.
If you need anything, just let me know.
Ooh, temptress. Don't tempt me, don't tempt me. With that sort of bit ready out the way, I'll get permission from ATC to do a pushback and start. We'll actually use GSX for that. And what I've got to do, I've got to find out which way we've got to go. So bear with me a second, it'll all go quiet because I've got to look on the map to see where we are and where we're going. Which runway. Did they say? I don't know. right, we've got to go that way, so where are we? I don't know where we are on the map. Let's have a look. We are there, so when we push back, I'm going to assume that we push back and go tail left, nose right. That could be completely rubbish, but we'll see what happens. We could be going tail left, nose right. Well, that's where I'm going to go, given the choice.
Via Charlie, Charlie 1, Charlie 3, Charlie 6, and Charlie 8, Alicante, QNH 1014.
Taxi to holding point runway 28, via Charlie, Charlie 1, Charlie 3, Charlie 6, and Charlie 8, QNH 1014, Europa 715.
Alicante Tower, Rust Bucket 321, request pushback and start.
Rust Bucket 321, pushback.
W4. Roger, Rust Bucket 321. It's a little more complicated than FS 2004, I must admit. FSX does definitely step up a mark. It's not brilliant though, it definitely steps up a mark. So we are ready now. I've got this is where it gets a bit confusing because we're using several different add-ons. So I've got to contact the ground and they'll say you're ready to start and whatever, but of course we're using GSX to actually push us back. Cockpit to ground.
Go ahead.
Please disconnect external power.
Roger, disconnecting GPU.
FS2 crew, which is this bit up here. I have to follow procedures. If I miss a procedure out, it won't go on to the next bit, which means I'm on my own. Which is not good. Mind you, sometimes I'm actually better at it on my own. Still.
Ready for clearance, Sealand.
So we wait for them to disconnect the external power.
3 stand
Captain,
by.
the GPU is now disconnected.
Thank you. Before start procedures.
Okay.
Avanti Air 393.
Before start checklist to the line.
Land Airport. Subject 1 Foxtrot departure. then
Doesn't
as
always listen to what I'm saying.
maintain flight
Before
level
start
60.
checklist to the line.
Expect flight
Before start
level
checklist down to the line.
25010
Cockpit
minutes after
preparation.
departure.
Completed.
Departure frequency
Completed.
118.8.
Gear pins and covers.
Squawk
Removed.
3074.
Signs.
On.
Ideas.
Nav.
Fuel quantity.
10,351 kilograms.
Takeoff data.
Set.
Baro ref.
1014 set.
1,
Avanti Air
0,
393.
1,
Refrac correct.
set.
Alicante,
Before start checklist
Avanti,
completed to the
line.
line.
Request.
Hey, 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 we have a follower. New follower.
Avanti Air 2.
Hi, Coop.
Monitor Alicante
Cooper.
tower 118.15.
Welcome to the stream. Welcome to following. You poor soul. Hope you got good life insurance on my flights. Actually, I'm getting better. I am getting better. So that's that bit. Next bit is, what do we do next? Before start, below the line. If he's listening, he's not. Before start checklist, below the line.
Before start checklist below the line.
I have to shout at him
Close
sometimes.
and doors.
Closed.
Closed. Beacon.
On.
Thrust levers.
Idle.
Parking brake.
Set.
Before start checklist complete.
Thank you W4MMO for following. All followers are gratefully accepted. You get an email notification or when I'm next flying. I will be flying later on this afternoon actually, because I was requested a flight by a fan who wanted me to do a certain flight because they've never seen anybody fly that route before, so I'll be doing that one later on this afternoon. Exciting stuff. Now we've got all that. This is where it gets a bit confusing because I've got to contact the ground and say we're ready to start, but then I've got to contact GSX to say give us a pushback and then start. So it gets a bit complicated. And if you wonder why I keep clicking up on the top here, so I'm hard muting it, otherwise Copilot will do something really weird and set us to dive into the sea or something. Cockpit to ground.
Go ahead.
We are ready for engine start.
Okay, all doors and engines are closed, beacons rotating, engine intakes are clear, and the trucks have been removed. You're cleared to start on.
You are cleared to disconnect and go to hand signals.
Have a safe flight.
So you have to do that, otherwise it won't advance onto the after start procedures. So it all gets a bit complicated, having to follow these procedures, but they need to be done. Cabin crew, arms, slides and cross-check. I have no idea what that means. It sounds good to me, but it says I have to read it out, so I read it out. And now we go to GSX, because we want to do a pushback. So, number 5. And what did I say? We want to go nose to the right, tail to the left. You can see the little truck coming in. Let's have a little look outside. Where is he? There he is. It's a pushback tug, and there's a little fella that's going to do something weird with some pumping action. We won't mention that.
Alicante Tower, Euro Carter 639, ready for clearance Manston.
Euro Carter 639, stand by. Euro Carter 639.
He's doing his safety checks.
Clear to Manston Airport. Subject 1
And there he goes.
Departure. Then as filed, maintain flight.
Pumping up
60.
some brakes on the
Expect
tug.
Flight level 32010 minutes after departure.
So we'll
Departure
come back inside the cockpit.
118.8.
Don't think we'll actually see him appear. No, he's not there yet.
Euro Carter 639, clear to Manston Airport. Subject 1 Foxtrot departure.
So we can release the parking brake and they'll start us
Level
pushing back.
60, departure frequency 118.8. Squawk 31.
So I can now start the engines.
Euro Carter 639, readback correct.
Alicante Tower.
Starting engine 2.
Carter 639. Request startup.
Europa 715. Monitor Alicante Tower.
And engine 2 will spool up.
Decimal 15.
Give that a few minutes, and there he is. He's following us back.
Euro Carter 639. Startup approved.
Euro Carter 639.
It's just like a movie, this, isn't it? But I'm not like anything like Denzel Washington. Yeah, you're all right. Engine 2 sounds fairly stable, so we'll start in engine 1. Get engine 1 up and running as well. That's it, keep your distance, mate. Don't want to see you sucked into the engine. For those late in joining and haven't seen, we are flying Alicante to Paris Charles de Gaulle. Why Alicante? That's where we landed last night. Someone requested I did Gatwick to Alicante, so that's all good. I haven't uploaded that flight to YouTube yet. That was eventful as well. Visual landing at night, and it actually went quite well. I was quite pleased. Now we're being pushed back, and we're not quite gone to the left yet. It's a long pushback. Here we go. Now turning. Both engines are up and running, so we put that onto normal.
Holding point runway 28 via Bravo Charlie 1, Charlie 3, Charlie 6, and Charlie 8. QNH 1014. Euro Carter 639.
And he's doing a good job pushing us back onto the taxi line. Couldn't do that manually. No way would I be able to keep it on the lines manually. But he keeps it. He does a pretty good job keeping it on the lines. Well, that's the end of the runway we're taking off from. Hopefully this is the correct taxi. Otherwise I'll be told to do a U-turn and go the long way round.
Parking brake.
Let's set our parking brake. After start procedure.
Check. Flaps 1 plus F.
He sets our takeoff flaps.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board today.
And listen to the safety warnings.
Please direct your attention to the cabin crew for important safety information. There is an instruction card in your seat pocket that illustrates the safety equipment on board this aircraft. Regulations require compliance with this information as well as all crew instructions, the lighted information signs and posted flags. Fasten your seatbelt by inserting the metal tip into the buckle. Tighten by pulling on the belt. To release your seatbelt, lift the metal flap from the buckle. It is our policy that you keep your seatbelt fastened at all times while seated. Doors are clearly marked as exit signs and instructions to door operation. Each door is equipped with an escape slide. Locate the nearest exit to you and note that the nearest exit may be behind you. In an emergency, lights will illuminate the aisle. The cabin is pressurized. If there is a loss of cabin pressure, a panel will open and oxygen mask will appear. Remain seated with your seatbelt fastened and pull a mask towards you to start the flow of oxygen. Oxygen will be flowing through the mask even though the bag may not inflate. Cover your nose and mouth with a mask. Place the elastic band around your head and tighten by pulling on the end. Secure your own mask before assisting others. Your life jacket is located under your seat. Tighten the straps and once outside the aircraft, pull on the tabs to inflate your jacket. If the jacket fails to inflate, use the tube placed near the neck. Your jacket is equipped with a light that will automatically illuminate in water. This is a non-smoking flight. Smoking is not permitted in the cabin or in the lavatories. Cabin lights will now be turned off. Breathing light buttons are located over your head. Thank you very much for your attention.
I usually make a little quip here by saying if you do want to smoke, you can go out on one of the wings. Right, now, do I know what I'm doing? Not a lot. Let's just check our computer has kicked in. On our performance page, no, I haven't done that bit. So we need flaps 1 to be put into here. And we need 24% being put into here. That gives us our V1, VR and V2 of 147, 147, 149, which I have to read back to our co-pilot in a second or two during the taxi, so I'll write it down now. And flex to temp of 51, and that should be that. We'll get our taxi clearance now before we do the after start checklist. Alicante Tower, Rust Bucket 321 at gate 13, ready taxi with clearance.
Rust Bucket 321, taxi to holding point runway 28, via Bravo Charlie 1 Charlie 3 Charlie 6 and Charlie 8, Alicante, QNH 1014.
Taxi to holding point runway 28 via Bravo Charlie 1 Charlie 3 Charlie 6 and Charlie 8, QNH 1014, Rust Bucket 321. Which I actually think means we're facing the wrong way. But don't tell them. And we'll get away with it. After start procedure. Is he listening? After start procedure. He's not listening. Oh, he is listening. After start checklist. After start checklist. No, it's not checked. We haven't done it yet. After start checklist. After start checklist.
After start checklist.
Thank you.
Anti-ice.
Off.
ECAM status.
Checked.
Pitch trim.
Up 1.0 set.
Subject 1 Foxtrot departure. Then as filed. Maintain flight level 60. Expect flight level 32010 minutes after departure. Departure
set.
frequency 118.8.
0.
After start checklist complete.
Now I have to waggle my stick. Ooh, that sounds rude. This bit here, you'll see it move and you'll see the rudder pedals move as I do them. Flight controls check.
Ready. Full left. Full right. Neutral.
Correct.
Full up. Full down. Neutral.
Rudder.
Full left.
Pushback and start.
Full right. Neutral.
And all that's checked. So we can get going. Clear on the left.
Clear on the right.
Set our parking brake off. We'll mute him for a second. We don't need him just yet. I do have to do a brakes check in a second. Let's start motoring. So we're actually, well, you see where that plane is over there on that taxiway, we should be over there. So we're actually in the wrong place, facing the wrong direction, but we'll wing it. We'll get there. There is a way there over here somewhere. Whoops. Are we going to go nose to nose with this plane? An Uzbekistan plane. He's going to want to come straight towards us now. Is he? No, we'll follow him. He knows the way. We'll follow him. He's got a better idea of what direction to go. Clearly. Brake check.
Ready.
They worked, otherwise he would have said something. Before takeoff checklist to the line.
Before takeoff checklist down to the line. Flight controls.
Checked.
Checked. Flight instruments.
Checked.
Checked. Briefing. Hi there, flight deck. Okay, thanks for letting me know. Captain, the cabin is secure.
Confirmed.
Flap setting.
Config 1 plus F.
Config 1 plus F. V1, VR, V2, flex temp.
V1 147, VR 147, V2 149, flex temp 51. You see, talk too fast, he doesn't understand either. V1 147, VR 147, V2 149, flex temp 51. He's gone on strike. A little problem with these sometime. V1 147, VR 147, V2 149, flex temp 51.
V1 is 147. V rotate is 147.
Ryanair 628
V2 is
cleared to Karlsruhe Baden-Baden Airport.
for the flex
Subject
temp
1
we
Foxtrot
have
departure, then as
51
filed. Maintain
degrees.
flight level
ATC.
60.
Set.
Expect flight level
ECAM memo.
32510
Take off no blue.
after departure.
Before takeoff
Departure
checklist
frequency
completed to the line.
118.8.
See, multitasking, I was trying to read that and steer at the same time, so we went off the line, but not too bad, didn't hit anything. So we taxi out to the end of the runway.
Departure frequency 118.8, walk 3124.
Almost takes more time in setting up the beginning before you actually take off than you do once you take off. As you can see there, my little green lights, that's the way I should have gone, but we took a little shortcut. That's Vox ATC puts in the taxiway for you, on some airports anyway, so you know where to go, which is quite handy because I get lost very easily.
Monitor Alicante Tower 118.15.
118.15. Fly hello 349er.
We'll chug along down here. Can't go too fast because the airplane in front is slow. The traffic AI is restricted to 10 knots, so we can't do our going too fast down here.
Ryanair 628, FE21, ready taxi with clearance.
Ryanair 628, taxi to holding point runway 28, via Charlie 1, Charlie 3, Charlie 6 and Charlie 8, Alicante, QNH 1014.
Taxi
Cabin crew, seats for departure.
Via Charlie 1, Charlie 3, Charlie 6 and
Clear
Charlie
on the
8,
approach.
QNH 1014. Ryanair 628.
Before takeoff checklist below the line.
Before takeoff checklist below the line. Cabin crew.
Advised.
TCAS.
TARA.
Engine mode selector.
Normal.
Packs.
On.
Before takeoff checklist complete.
And if you understand none of that, well, there you go. The TCAS is to do with the squawk and making sure we're squawking the right ident at the right time. The engine mode selector, well, it's sort of like on, off and start. That has to be in normal. And the packs, that's to do with the air conditioning, to keep our plane at or the passengers at a nice steady temperature. Otherwise they might freeze, because it's going to be about sort of minus 50 odd degrees at our flight cruise level outside the plane, so we need to heat it up on the inside. And that's it. Basically, we just toddle along here, wait for permission to take off. As you can see, there's a queue forming already.
Uzbek 528, monitor Alicante Tower 118.15.
118.15. Uzbek 528.
Alicante, our Ryanair 648, ready for clearance, Stansted.
Ryanair 648, stand by. Ryanair 648, cleared to Stansted Airport, submit 1 Foxtrot departure, then as filed, maintain flight level 60, expect flight
And it looks a bit
level
odd when
325
the AI don't have any
after
landing gear.
Departure frequency 118.8, squawk
That helps keep the frame rates a little better. I'm not sure why he's waiting to take off there, he's at the wrong point.
Stop at 1 Foxtrot departure, then as filed, maintain flight level 60, departure frequency.
Which is probably why he's not going anywhere, he's broken. Oh, we go to the
648, read back correct.
slightly long bit.
Monitor Alicante Tower 118.15.
118.15, Rust Bucket 321.
Start up.
Ryanair 648, startup approved.
And we're approaching the runway from the very end, doing a U-turn onto it. About to say fond farewell to Alicante.
Contact Alicante approach 118 decimal. 118 decimal 8. Fly hello 349.
It's not ideal trying to do a U-turn on a tight little spot like this. Whoever designed this runway should be shot. It's not too bad though, there's been tighter turns. Make sure we don't run into the plane in front.
Uzbek 528, runway 28, clear takeoff.
Runway 28, clear takeoff. Uzbek 528.
The Uzbekistan has permission to take off. We will wait until he's out of the way, and hopefully with nothing coming in we'll get to go off pretty quick too. Skies don't look too good for Alicante, do they? Hope the weather's a bit better when we get to France. At least Charles de Gaulle has got plenty of runways. I should get an instrument landing rather than visual. Because the approach into this runway is a visual one, and I had to fly into it last night in the dark. Thought that was nice of it.
Rust Bucket 321, runway 285, up.
Runway 28, line up, Rust Bucket 321. Takeoff procedures.
Check.
That means he'll turn the landing lights on for me while I concentrate on the steering, etc.
Surface wind calm, clear takeoff.
Approaching 28.
Cleared takeoff, Rust Bucket 321. And this is where we start praying. It's all gone rather well so far.
On runway.
We're going to do a rolling takeoff. I'll just line it up, not going to stop, just going to keep it rolling, and then we'll power on.
Alicante approach 118 decimal.
Take off.
Uzbek 528.
And it's full power on. And away we go.
Rock Charter 639.
Thrust set.
Runway 285. Up.
They say it's a bumpy old runway.
28 line up. Euro Carter 639.
100 knots.
Well, it's not that long either. Come on, let's have a rotate, quick.
V1. Rotate.
And we're off just before the end. Wow. Should have gone flaps 2, I think. Gear up.
Gear up.
As soon as the gear is up and locked, I'll hand it over to the autopilot.
Clear takeoff. Euro Carter 639.
Pretty smooth.
Gear up.
Gear is up. We'll engage the autopilot.
Runway 628. Runway 285. Up.
Runway 28 line up. Flag NA628.
According to this, we're going to do a complete U-turn.
Contact Alicante approach 118
118.8, Rust Bucket 321.
Right angle 628.
Flaps up.
Check the speed.
Alright, don't put the flaps up. Alicante approach, Rust Bucket 321 with you on Sopot 1 Foxtrot.
Last aircraft, say again.
Oh, gonna make me repeat everything twice, aren't they? Alicante approach, Rust Bucket 321 with you on Sopot 1 Foxtrot.
Rust Bucket 321, Alicante approach, roger.
Flaps up.
Alicante
zero.
approach. Euro Carter 639. With you on Sopot 1 Foxtrot.
Charter 6.
After takeoff, checklist to the line.
Roger.
After takeoff,
Rust
checklist down to the line. Landing
Climb to
gear.
flight level
1000 to go.
140.
Up.
Flaps.
Retracted.
Packs.
On.
After takeoff, checklist completed to the line.
Climb to flight level 140, Rust Bucket 321. So we'll go up to 140 as directed. After takeoff, checklist below the line.
After takeoff, checklist below the
Leaving
line.
flight
Bar
level
ref.
37 climbing flight level 1.
Standard set.
Euro Carter
Standard set.
639.
After takeoff, checklist complete.
And now the first officer goes to sleep. All he does is tell me when our altitude is getting close. We don't need him now until the approach. And all I'll basically be doing is changing the altitude and talking to ATC. As we see, the Spanish coastline and the town or city of Alicante. Now our SID, departure SID, as you can see, is taking us from the airport round, and we go round here, and then it's going to get us to a loop, which is probably to gain height, because there are some mountains around here. So yes, our departure is doing a U-turn, so we're flying in line with our runway we just take off with, or parallel, going backwards, and then we do a complete 360 loop before going off. Good morning, the fine sin. We are heading to Paris Charles de Gaulle Airport today on this flight, and a little later on we'll be flying in America, which will be a new experience. I haven't flown an American flight for years and years. And somewhere down there is Spain. As you can see, we're now doing our weird loop. Rather odd departure, but it makes sure that we don't run into anything like other aircraft or mountains. There we go, Spanish coastline. We're now above 10,000 feet, so the co-pilot should turned off the landing lights. He has. He's done his job well.
Uzbek 528, contact Barcelona Center 119.4.
As now we do a complete 360. Odd, but still, you know.
Rust bucket 321, climb to flight level 230.
Climb to flight level 230, Rust Bucket 321. Well, actually, we're not going in a complete 360. That's odd. Our flight plan said we should, but the autopilot's decided we're not going to. Oh dear.
Traffic.
This is at real time at the moment, and we're being warned that there's traffic in the area as well. For some reason we didn't do our 360. Autopilot has decided we don't want to do that. The computer has decided we don't want to do that, so we're not. Let's hope ATC doesn't make us go back and do it. Which it sometimes does. It is in one time real time. The actual local time on the simulator is 7:43 Zulu time, so it's probably 8:43. My computer says it's 11:45. so we're actually sort of a little out. An early morning departure, and there we go. The Spanish coastline and all the beaches. What you can see of them under the cloud. Oh, nearly lost the plane then. Yeah, we're going at 1 speed at the moment, and probably leave it at 1 speed for the minute. Not sure on our ETE. I'll have a quick look. Oh, hang on.
Contact Barcelona Center 119.45.
119.45, Rust Bucket 321. Let's do that bit first, and then I'll have a check on our ETE.
648, climb to flight level 130.
Barcelona Centre, Rust Bucket 321, with you on Sopet 1 Foxtrot.
Rust Bucket 321, Barcelona Centre, Roger. Barcelona Centre, your record is 639, with you on Sopet 1 Foxtrot. Euro charter 639.
That's where we're going. Well, that's where we're leaving. We're heading out to sea. Not sure that's right. we're on our flight plan though.
Ladies and gentlemen, in just a few moments we will begin our in-flight entertainment.
No, we won't.
Today
we haven't got any.
One movie which will be followed by a snack, and then we will also be showing short clips and some news items. For the people sitting in window seats, we request that you close your window shade. This assists all passengers to be able to view the movie much better. Also, as we dim the lights for the movie portion, please use caution when getting up and using the restroom or walking the aisles. And please, if you're sitting in an aisle seat, keep all items clear of the aisle for other people and also for our flight attendants. Thank you.
Okay, our ETE is about 90 minutes flight time, plus about 10 minutes descent, and probably about 3 hours of me trying to land the thing. I wish it was a standard plane. No, this is an add-on plane you have to purchase separately. It is a brilliant plane though. It's a Aerosoft Airbus extended A320. It's a wonderful plane to fly. It's pretty easy to fly. One of the easier of the truly good hardware add-ons or hard add-ons. I haven't even tried the PMDG 737 yet because that looks mightily complicated. The Airbus is pretty much program the computer and let it do its business until you get to the other end, and then I have to do a visual landing, of course. Climb to flight level 310, Rust Bucket 321. That is our cruise altitude. And you can see we're the east coast of Spain.
Kilo for 715, turn right heading 120. Turn right heading 120, Euro for 715.
I've got all the liveries that come with it, Alex. I just don't actually fly any of them. I just leave it on the Airbus Industries. I did fly the British Airways livery yesterday because someone asked me to. It does come with several well-known, like British Airways, EasyJet, Ryanair. Another follower. Hello, hello, hello. Who is you? I don't know. Daewoo 860, I believe it says. Actually got time to look at the screen. Amazing. Yes, so yeah, there are several liveries that come with it. There is also the A321, which is a slightly extended, longer version of the A320. I haven't actually flown the A321. It should be the same though, basically. Slightly different flight dynamics, I suppose, because it's a bit longer. And it has more passengers. We have 75 on this flight, out of a possible 150 seats. Once we get cruise altitude, that's it basically. Sit back and enjoy the ride. I flew to Manchester a few days ago, I think it was Monday, and I had a scenery oddity. I was given the visual approach to the left runway. I'm not sure what it's got. Is it 28 left or 32 left? And for some reason, the scenery had played up a little bit, and it put molehills all over the place. I actually landed on a sort of like a grass runway. The runway was inside a hill. So that was an adventure. I think that's I'm not sure whether I posted that one up on YouTube. No, I don't think I did actually. I think I have it here somewhere. I'll have to post that up. It was quite funny at the end. I haven't posted up yesterday's on YouTube yet. I'm slacking. I have to get more of this done. The trouble with posting them up on YouTube is it takes forever to upload. But we will do it. The flight into Alicante last night was a nice one. Landing was a bit long down the long way, but it was a visual approach at night, and I did land it reasonably well, I thought.
Barcelona Center, Ryan Air 648, you will stop at 1 Foxtrot.
Ryan Air 648, Barcelona Center, Roger.
And that's it really. We're sort of just waiting to get up to our cruise altitude. Which, as you can just heard, we've got 1,000 to go. And then the stewardess will probably make some kind of announcement over the top of me making my announcement. And then we put the jukebox on and listen to some tunes. I will certainly talk you through as much as I can, Alex. I'm not actually sure we can share it. I've never tried sharing a cockpit, but yeah, you can. if you want to stream it, and I'll go through it with you. I'm sort of trying to teach somebody else at the moment as well, who's just got it and just getting into it. They're having trouble locking on the ILSs. They keep missing them.
Ladies and gentlemen, in just a few moments we'll begin our meal service for the flight. Please refer to the menu given to you on boarding for the 2 meal choices and for the beverage choices available. We request that you keep the aisles clear to assist the flight attendants to serve you efficiently and also for your own safety. Thank you.
Ooh, we got sandwiches on board. Cheese and pickle, please. Let's do my little announcement.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, from the flight deck, this is the captain speaking. We have reached our final cruising altitude, and we hope you're all enjoying the flight so far. Just a quick reminder to keep your seatbelts fastened whilst you remain seated, even with the seatbelt lights extinguished, just in case of unexpected turbulence. Other than that, please feel free, sit back, relax, make use of all the facilities aboard the aircraft as you wish. I'll get back to you before we start our descent. Thank you.
And I turn the seatbelt sign off so they can get up and waddle around. As long as we haven't got any turbulence, they can stand up if they've got their air legs. And that's it basically. We just wait until we get to our top of descent, which is somewhere away. So where's my jukebox gone? No, that's not my jukebox. I'll find my jukebox. Let's have some tunes while we fly.
Scandinavian 382, turn right heading 140.
Turn right heading 140, Scandinavian 382.
And if anybody wants to ask questions or anything, you're welcome to say so in the chat. Because I'll be sitting here. ILS is a weakness. ILS is actually pretty straightforward. I might just say that. I'm having trouble with it. It never locks on. Well, it locks on, but it always brings me in at wrong altitudes for some reason. Or this aircraft does. ILSs are actually pretty easy once you know that, as long as you know the frequency of the runway you're landing at, and you follow the ATC who vector you onto it. As soon as they say you're cleared to the ILS, you can click on the approach, hold, and the airplane does the rest really. As long as you've got the correct frequency on the navigation radio. That's the important part. We are going from Alicante in Spain, which is Lima Echo Alpha Lima, and we're going to Paris Charles de Gaulle, which is Lima Foxtrot Papa Golf. Our flight time is approximately 90 minutes at 1 speed. We're enjoying the views. The American flight is, I'm not sure where well, the name of the airport we're flying to, but we're flying out of Kilo Delta Charlie Alpha, which is Ronald Reagan Airport, which is in Washington State. And it's about a 90-minute flight to, not sure what it's called. I think it's called Mitcham International or Mitchell International. Kilo Mike, Kilo Echo. Someone requested that flight, so I'm going to do that for them. The only thing I haven't got is a Southwest livery for this plane. For some reason, they haven't got one.
Barcelona Center, 97.1, red flight level 210.
I will only get this flight done in this hour and 15 minutes. So, because it'll take an hour and 15 minutes to get there. Even if we double the speed, it'll still take that long. So yeah, it'll be the only flight for now, and then I'll have a couple of hours break before my American adventure. And good morning to you, Abagars. Get your name right one of these days. It is what, 12 o'clock midday in the UK. So we have the passengers boogieing while they eat in the cabin behind. Can't see them. Someone did say there is a CCTV camera that you can look at to see them. I haven't found the button you press for that yet. It's supposed to be here somewhere. Whoops. Whoops. Testing out the warning system. Yeah, I'm in the UK as well. Wow, what a musical choice. Good grief, Dickie Valentine. Jesus. Here we go, making a little turn following the coastline.
Barcelona Center, Echo Charlie, India Uniform, Quebec, review at flight level 380.
Beautiful day out there. It's a bit better than what it is here in the UK. Rather gloomy. According to that, we're still on the Sopot 1 Foxtrot departure. I was hoping we'd have left that by now. But the plane knows what it's doing. I hope. Where's it going? I hope that isn't part of our departure, that big loop. The plane's going bananas. It's not sticking to the flight plan. Why are you not sticking to the flight plan, Mr. Plane? Our flight plan is over there. Okay. Our plane is doing the loop-de-loop. It's doing it early. And ATC don't like it. Turn right heading 060, Rust Bucket 321. Our plane has decided to do that. We don't want to do that. So let's see if I can do a direct to. Where do we want to go direct to?
Rust Bucket 321, turn right heading 080.
We want to go direct to. Never had much success with this. Want to go direct to Soppit? Come on, go direct to Soppit. Hopefully that'll turn the plane around in the right direction. Here we go. Some reason. So we're going to do a very weird plane. Actually, we don't want to go to Soppit, we want to go to Kazin. So let's see if we can try it and change that again. We want to go direct to there instead. So hopefully that will solve that problem. Turn right heading 080, Rust Bucket 321. And we'll get us back on our flight plan. The SID decided to do some weird things there. And ATC are going to complain and nag me until we get back on track. Turn right heading 135, Rust Bucket 321. I'm not going to listen to what they're doing. No, they don't know what thing. Hopefully that'll get us back on track to where we need to be. I say hopefully. I have my fingers crossed. That's better. That's deleted the SID from the computer, so we're back onto the flight plan. Except ATC are going to complain and complain and complain. Turn right heading 165, Rust Bucket 321. which we're not going to do. We're going to ignore ATC on this particular occasion. Not that I advise that in general, but that wants us to go in some weird direction. It wants us to go backwards. Turn right heading 175, Rust Bucket 321. What I'll do is I'll ignore that. It's going to get annoying. I might have to turn it off and reboot that bit, because it basically wants me to go backwards. Turn right heading 180, Rust Bucket 321. As I say, it wants us to go backwards. Now this is a problem with Vox ATC, is if you do miss a waypoint, it will direct you back to it, and I can't actually change it. It actually wants us to go back to Sopet, which it won't let me put in, so Vox ATC, bye bye. So we'll sort of disable that, and we'll give it 5 minutes, and then we'll re-enable it, and we'll be okay. It will reset itself, he says. Oh, isn't this fun? Flying with me, nothing ever goes to plan. But we can enjoy the views anyway. We know where we're going, if ATC don't. At least nowadays you can stop a Vox ATC, give it a few minutes and then restart it, and it should allow you to just continue on with your flight. In the olden days, older versions, you had to restart the whole flight if you wanted to get it working again. So that should hopefully have cleared it. Let's wait and see. And we'll reboot it up. Doesn't matter, I can wing it and land anywhere anyway. We have our flight plan. Whoops, what's going on now? Knocking a switch, putting the landing gear down at 31,000 feet, that's not good, is it? Barcelona Centre, Rust Bucket 321, with you at flight level 310. There you go, let's kick back in again. Probably damage the wheels now, putting it out at 31,000 feet. It's what you get for knocking switches. That camera's a bit close. Always see me smile. Let's zoom out a bit. That's a bit better. And what we'll do, we'll speed the simulator up to 2 speed. Just to cut our time down a bit. Quicker I get there, the quicker I can do another flight, you see. That's the plans anyway. And we don't want Abigail's missing the end, do we? So we'll just zip through some of this early part of the flight. We'll boogie onto the tunes if it plays some good ones on the jukebox. What's it come up with now? Bit of Spandau Ballet.
Barcelona Center, Easy 561, with you at flight level 260.
Easy 561, Barcelona Center, roger.
Now what I can say is Paris Charles de Gaulle has, let me see, 1, 2,
Barcelona Center,
3, 4,
Lima Victor
5.
Hotel Bravo Bravo, with you at flight level 323.
Yes, it has about 6 ILS runways,
Barcelona Center, roger.
so we should be good for an ILS landing. Knowing me, my luck, I'll still get a visual one. Or the aircraft won't lock onto it. Something daft, something goes wrong usually. We usually recover it and make a landing. And as they say, if you can walk away from it, it's a good landing.
We're at flight level 300. Air Berlin 266, Barcelona Center, roger.
Barcelona Center, Commander 531, if you have flight level 310.
Commander 531, Barcelona Center, roger.
Barcelona Center, Marag Regional 4909, with you at flight level 250.
Maroc Regional 4909, Barcelona Center, roger.
Oh no, we don't want any onboard fires, thank you very much.
Barcelona Center, Echo Charlie Charlie Sierra Delta, with you at flight level 230. Echo Charlie Charlie Sierra Delta, Barcelona Center, roger.
Barcelona Center, Arabia 251, with you at flight level 316.
Arabia 251, Barcelona Center, roger.
Some lovely shimmering textures on the clouds.
Barcelona Summit, runway 101, visual flight level 316.
Healing 191, Barcelona Center, Roger.
I know some of you like following the map to see where we are. So let's see if this bit works. Be a miracle if it does. Turn off the route and you can see we are there. Where the little blue plane is, that's us.
11, Barcelona Center, Roger.
Slowly moving along our flight path. Can't really see a lot from there. That's a little bit of zoom down.
Barcelona Center, Echo Charlie Charlie Juliet Alpha, with you at flight level 330.
Echo Charlie Charlie Juliet Alpha, Barcelona Center, Roger.
So we're just sort of North Spain into southern France now. Oh! Sharp turn. 121.25, Rust Bucket 321. So we go in from Spanish air control into French air control. Auto Center, Rust Bucket 321 with you at flight level 310. Have a quick look down on our computer at our flight plan. We're headed towards AGN. We've got quite a way. There's our top of descent. Not that far really. That's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's only 5 waypoints away. It's not that far away for our top of descent really. Which, let's see if my maths is any good. About 70, about 100, 130. About a couple hundred nautical miles. Got 373 miles to our destination. And our top of descent is 297 miles away, I believe. I believe that's how you read it.
Bordeaux Center for World 112, wind at flight level 316.
Not too bad. Yeah. Oh yes. Bit of dire straits.
Bordeaux Center, Stephen 381, with red flight level 21.
E-Wing 381, Bordeaux Center, roger. E-Wing 381, contact Bordeaux Center 120.3.
120.3, Stephen 381.
Bordeaux Center, Foxtrot Charlie Hotel Charlie Alpha, wind at flight level 370.
Foxtrot Charlie Hotel Charlie Alpha, Bordeaux Center, roger.
Traffic.
That was miles away. Zipped away there. He panics, this old traffic warning system.
Bordeaux Center, French Air Force 178, with you at flight level 251.
French Air Force 178, Bordeaux Center, roger. Rust Bucket 321, contact Bordeaux Center 120.3.
120.3. Bordeaux Centre, Rust Bucket 321, with you at flight level 310. Wow, I remembered what to say without looking at the text. Wonders will never cease. As you can see, the weather's changeable. Some areas cloud cover and some areas are nice and clear. So let's, fingers crossed, there's not a hurricane in Paris when we get there.
121.445.
Rust Bucket 321, contact Bordeaux Center 121.25.
121.25, Rust Bucket 321.
Bordeaux Center, Delta Charlie Hotel Alpha Charlie, wind at flight level 343.
Delta Charlie Hotel Alpha Charlie, Bordeaux Center, roger.
Bordeaux Centre, Rust Bucket 321, with you at flight level 310.
Rust Bucket 321, Bordeaux Center, roger.
Wow, twice in a row I didn't have to look at the words. More tunes. This one's Republica.
64, flight level 280.
Regional Europe 964, Bravo Center, Roger.
I'll have a quick look down here and see where we are now in regards to where we want to be. We're heading to Pocket. As our destination edges closer, that's now down to 300 nautical miles. And our top of descent, well, I hope it's more than 3 miles away from our destination. I believe that's not reading out correctly. I think that's the distance from where we started. Otherwise, our top of descent, if I'm reading, I must definitely be reading that wrong. If that was our top of descent, it's beyond our airborne. So if we're at Pocket, assuming we're almost there, that's 70, 100, 115 miles to our top of descent, ish. 124.05, Rust Bucket 321. Should make up its mind where it wants us to go. Bordeaux Centre, Rust Bucket 321 with you at flight level 310.
Rust Bucket 321, Bordeaux Centre, Roger.
Yeah, so by my calculations, we haven't got too far to go to our top of descent. But then my calculations aren't always accurate, so take it with a large pinch of salt. At 125 nautical miles by my reckoning, once we hit our next waypoint. So, yeah. Now my emails. We had 3 new followers today. Welcome along to all of you. If you're still watching. Gluttons for punishment, aren't you? randomness of the jukebox certainly picks them, doesn't it? Let's have a look on our map, see where we are, and as you can see, we're well on our way past the halfway stage. And our destination is not that far away now. So all is well. And we just have if they've got their nautical miles right, not far to our top of descent. So we'll slow I say slow it down, we'll actually take it down to normal speed. And we'll get rid of the menu bar. We'll enjoy the experience. Good grief. What's this doing in my jukebox?
He told me what to do.
hope that's an illusion. It looks mighty murky in the distance. Hello, we got another follower. I think that says THRDS. Not sure how you pronounce that. Turds? That's no. Thirds. I'll call you Thirds. Thank you for the follow. It's all very much appreciated. As we edge closer to a top of our descent, we're not too far away. And then we'll start on our downward trend, which is when the fun starts. Especially looking at that cloud, I hope that's not the weather in Paris. It does not look very promising, does it? So we better do a briefing to our co-pilot as we're nearing our approach.
Are you ready for the approach brief? Okay, we will be arriving by ATC vectors. As for the approach, we can expect the ILS. Landing runway condition is dry. Anti-ice is not required. We will use full flaps for landing. Auto brake, we will leave it off for manual braking. The packs will be on. Any questions?
That's checked and no questions.
Approach brief complete.
That's another little job done. That's one of those things we have to do, otherwise it messes up FS2 crew. It gets confused. Here we go, we're on to Bok now, and it's 27 nautical miles and 16 nautical miles to our top of the descent. Not far at all. Let me just check on here. ETE is now 21 minutes in the air. That includes all the approach, etc. So we're getting pretty close now. But that does, of course, assume that I land it first time. And the ATC doesn't take us going round and round in circles. But our estimated time, and it is estimated, is going to be 21 minutes. Oh, apparently I should have changed radio ages ago. I didn't hear them say it. So we're probably lost now. Bordeaux Centre, Rust Bucket 321 with you at flight level 310. No worry, thirds. The ETE sort of doesn't take into account being vectored, so that's sort of like the direct would be 21 minutes. Hopefully it won't be too many ins and outs and roundabouts and stuff like that. And of course that depends on the ATC and how it decides to line us up with the runway, and whether it decides we have to go all the way across to the other side of the airport and back again.
Bordeaux Center, Air France 1909 with you at flight level 297.
Air France 1909, Bordeaux Center, roger.
There we go, we're almost at the top of descent, assuming that ATC agrees with the computer, onboard computer. No guarantee of that, that's for certain.
Rust Bucket 321, contact Paris Center 119.82.
119.82, Rust Bucket 321.
Passenger 148, Paris Center, roger.
Paris Centre, Rust Bucket 321 with you at flight level 310.
Rust Bucket 321, Paris Center, roger.
So we'll probably get our descent fairly shortly, having been handed over to Paris Centre. On here, I think the purple mark is our top of descent.
Paris Center, Ryanair 176, with you at flight level 325.
Or maybe not. No, that's a little. But it's not going to be far from there, where that purple mark is, I hope. The white point is our next waypoint, and our top of descent was before then. So we'll wait to see what the ATC decides to do with us.
Rust Bucket 321.
Here we go.
Descend to flight level 200.
Descend to flight level 200, Rust Bucket 321. So I'll set that up here, but I won't actually activate it yet. I've got to do a little bit of talky on here.
Hello again from the flight deck. This is the captain once again. We are just about to start our descent and the seatbelt signs will be coming on shortly. I would just like to say it has been our pleasure to have you aboard the aircraft with us today. We hope you've enjoyed the flight and we're looking forward to seeing you all again in the very near future. I'd also like to wish you all a safe and a pleasant onward journey. Thank you.
And we'll activate our descent. Here we go. Going down. Seatbelt sign has been put on. We do a long descent into Paris. Not sure whether we'll see the Eiffel Tower or not. Can't guarantee that.
Ryanair 176.
Because Paris Charles de Gaulle Airport is actually a little bit outside of Paris.
Paris Center, Ryanair 134, with you at flight level 325.
But it has multiple runways to land on, so that'll be exciting.
Contact Paris Center 125.7.
125.7, Swift 663.
Paris Center, Foxtrot Charlie Hotel Bravo Delta, with at flight level 370.
Foxtrot Charlie Hotel Bravo.
Looks like it's going to be clear skies,
Roger.
with any luck. Lucky Parisians, because it's gloomy here in the UK. And I'll report him with my FS Captain. For those that don't know, I am using that as well. That's an external module for this aircraft, though it doesn't work inside the aircraft. Tell them that I'm at the top of the descent, and they will tell me that I am awful. Why? They think I'm 132 minutes late. I don't know quite where they get that from. Oh dear. That program is not working properly, that's for certain. If it thinks I'm 132 minutes late, I'm actually 20 minutes early. One of the oddities again, crossing time zones as well. As you can see, the onboard clock is at Zulu time, and that is saying it's 6 minutes past 9. Or Zulu time is GMT. We're on summertime, so you've got to add one on. The actual time in the simulator is 6 minutes past 10. The actual time in the UK is 12:45 in reality. So it's an early morning flight that I'm flying in the afternoon.
Paris Center, Skyfox 655, with US flight level 241.
Skyfox 655, Paris Center, Roger.
Oh, the jukebox strikes again. What is this doing on my jukebox? I will never know. Oh well. There's no accounting for my taste, is there?
Contact Paris Center 125.7.
125.7, Rust Bucket 321.
Paris Center, Foxtrot Charlie Hotel Alpha Bravo, with you at flight level 370.
Foxtrot Charlie Hotel Alpha Bravo, contact Paris Center 125.7.
Paris Center, Rust Bucket 321, with you leaving flight level 269er, descending flight level 200.
Rust Bucket 321, Paris Center, Roger. Paris Center, Foxtrot Charlie Hotel Alpha Bravo, with you at flight level 370.
It will go on YouTube, Abagors, yeah, as will yesterday's. I will upload yesterday's after I finish this flight. I do have another streamer who's streaming this afternoon that I want to watch their flight as much as I can before I do my American adventure, which will be around about 3:30 PM UK time when I do the American adventure.
118.05.
But all my flights will go up on YouTube. It just takes me a bit of time to get them up there because it takes so long to upload them. And I can't really upload while I'm broadcasting. So, but I will get round to doing yesterday's. What was there? Were 2 flights yesterday I got to upload. Do I? 2 a day. I take ages to upload them all, but I will do them all. Yeah, well they'll all go up on YouTube as long as they're not completely farcical. Even some of the farcical ones will go up on YouTube. just got to actually get round to doing the uploading. As I say, it takes a long time to upload them. It takes about 3 hours to upload them, and then they have to be processed by YouTube, which takes another hour or so. So it takes about 4 hours to get one actually onto YouTube.
Paris Center, November 1 Sierra, with you at flight level 30.
November 1 Delta Sierra.
So if you're watching this on YouTube, you missed the live flight. That is broadcast on Twitch TV. I record all the flights that I broadcast at the same time. I'm recording them locally for upload. We have a new follower, another new follower, Royal Raisin. Royal Razor. A Royal Razor. Isn't that like a nanny? Royal Razor? Thank you, Royal Razor. I'm glad you're enjoying it. It gets better when I do bouncing down the runway. Or I have visual approaches in zero visibility. That was the best one. I haven't got over that one yet. And of course, there's the autopilot decides that we want to not land, it wants to climb instead of landing. Descend to flight level 100, Rust Bucket 321. Keep going, dying.
You at flight level 267.
I am going to attempt to do the tutorials for the 737 NGX this weekend, so hopefully next week I'll be in the 737, so that'll be another string to my bow. I can already do the 757, I need to do the 737, and I need to do the Dash 8 for the airliner flights, and I'm also going to do some of the light flights as well, the props, like the Cessnas. Want to fit some of those in as well, so get a nice mixture going. Try and do a couple of flights a day when I have the time, at least a minimum of one a day if I can, unless I decide to go out on my motorbike, in which case it won't get one because I'll be knackered by the time I get back.
Paris Center, GB Airways 354, with you at flight level 313.
GB Airways 354, Paris Center, Roger.
Well, the weather doesn't look too bad ahead. A bit murky in the very distant, but not too bad.
Paris Center, Grand Air 739, with you at flight level 300.
November 739, Paris Center, Roger.
FS Captain says I've got to get on the ground in 12 minutes. Not a chance. We're going to be late. Don't know how it thinks we're going to be late, but we're going to be late according to that. It's gone screwy. It really has.
Paris Center, French Air Force 513, with flight level 57.
French Air Force 513, Paris Center, Roger. We have a look on our flight plan, and you can see here
we only have 53 miles to our airport. Now 52, going down fast. So we're just 50 miles away from Paris.
9 around for Hotel Alpha Delta, Paris Center, roger.
Give it a shout out if you see the Eiffel Tower. I've yet to see it. All these years I've been flying FSX, I've yet to see the Eiffel Tower.
Paris Center, Twistart 329.
What I'll do, we'll stop the music as we're getting close now, and I need to not bop in my chair. I've got to concentrate now on job in hand. Doesn't make any difference whether I concentrate or not, but never mind. There is Paris ahead of us, I think. All that urban area. As we'll make our final turn of our flight plan, and then we'll probably get vectored in all sorts of odd directions.
Review at flight level 130.
EPS 939, Paris Center, roger.
Hi Cooper.
Rust Bucket 3 to 1, contact De Gaulle approach 118.
And there we go, De Gaulle approach. 118.15, Rust Bucket 321. And they will hopefully tell us which runway we're going to get, so I can program the computer. De Gaulle approach, Rust Bucket 321, with you leaving flight level 123, descending flight level 100.
Rust Bucket 321, fly heading 065, descend to altitude 3,300 feet, expect vectors to ILS runway 08 right approach, Charles de Gaulle, QNH 1015.
Fly heading 065, descend to altitude 3,300 feet, QNH 1015, Rust Bucket 321. Well, we now know what runway, it's 08 right, so I can put that into the computer, and we don't have a star either. So I can put that directly in here, it's 08 right. Was 08 right, wasn't it? I've terrible memory. 08 right. It's actually 9 right.
Squawk 3074.
Reset transponder, squawk 3074, Rust Bucket 321. Having to do that because I actually had to reboot Vox ATC during our flight. So that is set in. We are going to 09 right.
Flight level 100.
And the co-pilot turns on the landing lights. As we're gently going down. And because I know the runway and the computer, hopefully, has put in the right frequency into the radios. Let me just check. 8 right is 110.1. We'll soon find out if I press this button. It has put 110.1 in. Thank God for that. Otherwise we could be going anywhere. Doesn't mean it'll work and get us down on the ground. But, oh well. Let's see how we go. Let's put the right frequency in. We're too far away for it to actually get the signal yet though. Got a good chance of seeing the Eiffel Tower possibly, because we're actually going over Paris. So close out the window. What can we see? Not a lot.
gentlemen, we'll be arriving
Air
at our
France
destination
11,
shortly.
missed approach
If you're
ILS
making a
runway
connecting
08
flight,
right.
please see the customer service agent meeting this flight or the video monitors inside the terminal for connecting gate information. For your continued safety, flight attendants will now walk through the cabin to secure it for landing. We'll collect any off-service items, newspapers and any other items that you wish to discard or may not be taken off the aircraft with you. Also, in preparation for landing, please turn off all electronic devices, stow these devices within all other carry-on items. Please use caution when opening the overhead bins, as items may have shifted during our flight. Please stow your tray tables and return your seats to their upright position and check the security of your seatbelt. We'll be landing shortly. Thank you.
You can see we've now got a signal from the ILS by a little blip down here. We haven't got the glide slope, but we have got the localizer. As now it's going to get cloudy and misty. I want to see the Eiffel Tower. Don't know where it is. I want to see it. I believe that one there is Orly. Could be wrong. Could be Orly Airport. And I'm looking closely and I can't see the Eiffel Tower. Still can't see the Eiffel Tower. I will see it one day. I'll have to get in a little plane and just buzz it one of these days.
Hi there, flight deck. Okay, thanks for letting me know. Captain, the cabin is secure.
Thank you. Activate approach phase.
Bucket 321, turn right heading 075.
Approach phase activated.
Turn right heading 075, Rust Bucket 321. So we're now going to get vectored in. And I still won't get to see the Eiffel Tower. Anybody know where it is? It's got to be around there somewhere.
Rust Bucket 321, turn left heading 005, descend to altitude 2,300 feet, 20 miles to touchdown.
Turn left heading 005, descend to altitude 2,300 feet, Rust Bucket 321. So we're going to get some stutters. Oh, the Eiffel Tower! There we go! We've got it! Look at that! Yay! I've actually flown right over the Eiffel Tower. Amazing! Right, let's get it. No, we're not finished turning yet. Actually, nearly crashed into the Eiffel Tower. So, it's down there. Bye bye Eiffel Tower and the Arc de Triomphe or whatever it's called. Isn't that a race course? I don't know. Approach checklist.
Approach checklist. Briefing.
Confirmed.
Turn left heading 320.
Checked.
Seatbelts.
On.
Baro ref.
1016 set. Not sure whether that was the right one.
016 set.
Turn left heading 320, Rust Bucket 321.
Rust Bucket 321, turn left heading 290.
MDH 500 set. Set.
Engine mode selector.
Norm.
Approach checklist complete.
Turn left heading 290, Rust Bucket 321. It gets very confusing when you got to do three things at once.
Turn right heading 045.
Oh, now we're going to turn right. Okay, fine. Turn right heading 045, Rust Bucket 321. It's a nice roller coaster ride.
Rust Bucket 321. Maintain altitude 2,300 feet. When established on the localizer, descend on the glide path 11 miles to touchdown.
We're 11 miles from touchdown.
118 decimal 65.
So we'll switch the localizer bit on and see if that can get a lock. Maintain altitude 2,300 feet. When established on the localizer, descend on the glide path 118 decimal 65, Rust Bucket 321. And what I want to do is I definitely want to slow us down. Flaps 1.
Speed checked. Flaps 1.
Anybody seen an airport? Where are we going? Which way? I can't see any airport. They're hiding it. Alright, tune into the tower on 118. Well, we've got a localizer lock. Flaps 2.
Speed checked. Flaps 2.
We'll drop the speed down a bit more. Now we're on the well, it's turned us, so I presume we're on the localizer. We'll put on the full approach. We'll put on autopilot 2. I was told that's what you're supposed to do. Gear down.
Gear down.
Flaps 3.
Speed checked. Flaps 3.
Flaps 4.
Speed checked. Flaps full.
Cabin crew, seats for landing.
Landing checklist.
Landing checklist. Cabin crew.
Advised.
Auto thrust.
Speed.
ECAM memo.
Landing no blue.
Landing checklist complete.
Oh, here we go. At least we have everything going smoothly. We are locked onto the ILS. I wish they had a real ATC. Well, X-Plane's got a sort of reasonably good one. It's robotic when there isn't really anybody doing it, and it has real controllers as well, which is a good system. It's not perfect, but they are working on it. So we are going into land. We haven't actually had permission to land, so I don't quite know what's going on there. I did tune in the right radio. I'm sure I tuned in the right radio. Let's check. 11865. I'm tuned on 11865. Hasn't given us permission to land yet, but there you go. We're going in anyway, whether they want us to or not.
Approaching 09 right.
And everything is A-OK so far. I'm prepared to switch off the autopilot if necessary, but I will let the autopilot do the landing if it wants to, as long as it's not way off course. But it's all smooth, and it looks like an auto land is going to happen. Textbook landing, almost.
200. 100. 50, 40, 30,
Glide.
20, 10, retard.
Speed. Spoilers. Reverse green. Decel.
And we are down.
70 knots.
ATC's gone on holiday. They didn't give us permission. But I tuned into the radio. What more can they want? Yes, I know. Shut up. So ATC's gone on holiday. They didn't actually give us permission. They just told us to fly the approach, which we've done. We've actually landed. There we go. I'll go off to the right. Maybe they will catch up with us, but I don't think so. It looks like Vox ATC is having issues today. I didn't reboot my computer this morning. It's been hard work all night encoding stuff. So we'll pick our own parking spot, really. and we'll go and park. I have no idea. We are off there. So, okay to clean up, and he will do the clean up.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the conclusion of our flight. Please remain seated with your seatbelts fastened until the captain has turned off the seatbelt sign and the aircraft is parked safely. This will be your indication that it is safe to move around the cabin, gather your belongings and disembark.
We'll pick any old gate. Let's go for, what should we do? Gate D. And we'll go for D3. And we'll ask for a follow me car because I haven't got a clue where we're going. And we'll sit here and wait for a follow me car to come out and tell us where to go. Because Fox ATC has abandoned me. It's talking to other people, but it's not talking to me. So, eyes open for a follow me car. It's probably, knowing me, I've probably picked a gate that's 100 miles away. And the follow me car will take ages to get to us. Oh, here it comes. And the co-pilot has done everything needed to do. He has turned off the landing lights. Has he turned on the taxi lights? He has turned on the taxi lights. Here we go. Follow me, he says. So we will. The flaps have been put up. So we're already just a taxi in now behind this follow me car. At least it says it in English. If it said follow me in French, I wouldn't know what he was talking about. Apologies to any French people. It's just the way it is. I don't know any other languages other than English and gibberish. I say, he's speeding a bit. Must be in a hurry for his lunch. According to FS Captain, I am 7 minutes late. Oh dear. There goes me wages. Okay, where are you going? Follow me car. You're going in weird places. I hope the gate isn't too far away, and I might make the lateness limit of 15 minutes. Beyond 15 minutes, they dock your points. Whoops. Try to keep off the grass. Nice looking airport, Charles de Gaulle. Haven't flown into here for ages. Now where are you going? Oh yeah, okay. Okay. Tight corner. What do I care? Where's he gone?
Air France 516.
Oh, I picked the right gate, obviously.
118.15.
The one furthest away.
118.15. Air France 516.
Yes, I did well. I picked a good terminal to park at, obviously, and a good gate to park at. Absolutely miles away from the runway.
Runway 09, right clear, take off, Suntia Air Force 121.
Vox ATC obviously thinks I'm still in the air. Oh, that was a textbook landing. auto land by the autopilots. First time it's worked in yonks. Normally have to take over and do it manually because it does weird things. Okay, the follow me car's got some weird way of going. Okay, Abigail, have a good afternoon. I'll be on later. Definitely one flight, possibly two more today. See how we go. See how it all fits in. Wow, there's our hotel. Can we just park in there? Where are we going? We are going a long way away. It's a nightmare just trying to keep up with a follow me car. He's speeding. You're not supposed to go that fast. Especially around corners. Aha! An end is in sight.
Approach 118.15.
118.15, Santia Air Force 121.
That's busy little airport. Well, I say little. Busy, big airport. Charles de Gaulle. Lots of traffic here. And he's going to park us in amongst the Air France. Or I chose the parking spot, didn't I? Probably find someone's already parked there now. Long old taxi, and this terminal seems to go on forever. I happened to pick one way out of the way. I said a gate. That's not a gate, is it? And there happens to be an aircraft parked there already. Oh yay for me. Oh well. Breathe in, we're all squeezing into the same spot. Not gonna have much chance of seeing the marshaller, am I? Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Well, I say, isn't that pretty? Lovely shade of green on the inside. I'll probably just run over the marshaller. Yep, that's lovely.
Right, clear takeoff.
Can't see a thing. We're parked inside another plane.
Clear takeoff. FedEx 341.
Oh, we're coming out. Whoops! I told you I nearly run over the marshaller. So we've stopped. Parking brake on. And we cut the engine. lanes. And he's going to shake his head and say, what a terrible bit of parking. Well, it wasn't very good, but there was another plane there in the way. Parking checklist.
Parking checklist. APU bleed.
On.
Cockpit from ground.
Engines.
Off.
Seatbelts.
Off.
Exterior lights.
Set.
Fuel pumps.
Off.
Parking brake and shocks.
Set.
Parking checklist complete.
Go ahead.
Okay, the chocks are in and you can release the brakes.
Why is he Scottish? Cabin crew disarm slides. Flight deck.
Captain, all slides are disarmed.
And we are ready to open the doors and get the passengers off. D-board in, please. There we go. I'll bring the stairs in. Not that they would be able to see anything because we've got another plane piggybacking us. We'll have a look anyway. Yes, it does look pretty, doesn't it? It's a brand new design of aircraft. Oh well. And they will unload whatever they got. I still want to know why there's a Scottish ground person in France, but there you go. It's another little anomaly. And that is it. Our flight is completed. And that is a new super design. I think I will put that into action. Look at that. It's a double plane. For all those that have watched, I hope you've enjoyed it.
341, contact the Gaulle approach 118.
If you're a follower, look out for my next flight. If you're not a follower, feel free to follow if you wish. Not compulsory. But as you can see, we have some fun. Well, I do. I hope you do too. Play some music while they're doing their business. And any questions or anything, I'm still here for a little while. Oh, this'll be good. Gonna have a nutty French coach driver. For the record, FS Captain said I was late by 14 minutes. And it took 5 minutes, took 5 points off of my score. Didn't even say that was a good landing. Meanies, ain't they? Ain't they meanies? So thanks once again for twitching, and if you're watching on YouTube, thanks for viewing. Until the next time, happy landings.
And it goes a little something like this.
For anybody still there, I can see that one Stewpack69 has started twitching. I'm heading over there to watch him. If you fancy it, go over, give your support to him as well. We love having followers, us streamers, you know. On farewells.
Check this out.